Introduction. In today's world, photography is one of the most sought-after skills, and stock photography is a great way to make money by selling your photos online. Stock photography is a type of photography where you capture photos that can be used by businesses, organizations, and individuals for various purposes such as advertisements, brochures, websites, social media posts, and much more. In this video, we will explore in detail the process of creating and selling stock photos, and how you can monetize your photography skills. Part 1. Creating stock photos. 1.1 Understanding the market demand. Before you start creating stock photos, it is important to understand the market demand. You need to research the type of images that are in demand, and the themes that are popular. This will help you create photos that have a higher chance of selling. You can research the market demand by browsing through stock photography websites such as Shutterstock, Getty Images, and Adobe Stock, and analyzing the type of images that are selling the most. 1.2 Choosing the right equipment. To create high-quality stock photos, you need the right equipment. A good camera, lenses, and lighting equipment are essential for creating professional-looking images. You should invest in a camera that has a high resolution, and the ability to shoot in RAW format. This will give you more flexibility when editing your photos. 1.3 Finding the right locations. Finding the right locations to shoot your photos is important. You can choose locations that are popular and have a lot of foot traffic, such as tourist attractions, landmarks, and city streets. You can also choose natural locations such as parks, beaches, and mountains. The key is to choose locations that have a high demand for stock photos. 1.4 Choosing the right models. If you are planning to shoot photos with models, it is important to choose the right models. You should look for models that are professional and have experience in modeling. You should also consider the age, ethnicity, and gender of the models, and choose models that represent a diverse range of people. 1.5 Preparing your photos. Once you have shot your photos, you need to prepare them for sale. This involves editing your photos to enhance their quality, and making sure they meet the requirements of the stock photography websites. You should edit your photos using software such as Adobe Photoshop or Lightroom, and make sure they are properly cropped, color-corrected, and have no visible logos or trademarks. Part 2. Selling stock photos. 2.1 Choosing the right stock photography websites. There are many stock photography websites where you can sell your photos, but it is important to choose the right ones. You should choose websites that have a large customer base, and offer competitive commission rates. Some of the most popular stock photography websites include Shutterstock, Getty Images, and Adobe Stock. 2.2 Understanding the licensing options. When you sell your photos on stock photography websites, you need to understand the licensing options. There are two types of licenses, royalty-free and rights-managed. Royalty-free licenses allow customers to use your photos for an unlimited number of times, without paying any additional fees. Rights-managed licenses, on the other hand, allow customers to use your photos for a specific purpose, and for a limited period of time. 2.3 Setting the right price for your photos. Setting the right price for your photos is important. You should research the market demand, and the pricing of similar photos on the stock photography websites. You should also consider the licensing options, and the commission rates offered by the websites. You can adjust your prices over time, based on the performance of your photos. 2.4 Marketing your photos. Marketing your photos is important to increase their visibility and sales. You can promote your photos on social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. You can also create a website or a blog to showcase your photos, and use SEO techniques to improve their visibility in search engines. Additionally, you can participate in photography contests, and submit your photos to magazines, newspapers, and other publications. 2.5 Tracking your sales and earnings. Tracking your sales and earnings is important to monitor the performance of your photos, and to optimize your pricing and marketing strategies. Most stock photography websites provide analytics tools that allow you to track your sales, views, downloads, and earnings. You can use this data to identify the most popular themes, locations, and models, and to improve your future photos accordingly. Part 3. Tips and best practices. 3.1 Keep up with the latest trends. Keeping up with the latest trends in photography is important to stay relevant and competitive. You should follow industry blogs, social media accounts, and newsletters, and attend photography events and workshops. You should also experiment with new techniques and styles, and adapt to the changing demands of the market. 3.2 Develop a signature style. Developing a signature style is important to differentiate your photos from those of other photographers, and to build a recognizable brand. You should experiment with different techniques, lighting, composition, and editing styles, and identify the ones that resonate with your personality and values. You can also specialize in a specific genre or theme, such as food photography, landscape photography, or travel photography. 3.3 Focus on quality over quantity. Focusing on quality over quantity is important to maintain a high standard of your photos, and to increase their value and demand. You should invest time and effort in planning your photo shoots, choosing the right locations and models, and editing your photos to perfection. You should also avoid submitting similar or duplicate photos, and focus on creating unique and creative images. 3.4 Respect copyright and intellectual property laws. Respecting copyright and intellectual property laws is important to avoid legal issues, and to maintain the integrity of the stock photography industry. You should make sure that your photos do not infringe on the rights of other photographers, artists, or companies, and that you have obtained the necessary releases and permissions for the models, locations, and props in your photos. Conclusion. Creating and selling stock photos is a great way to monetize your photography skills and creativity, and to reach a global audience of customers. To succeed in this field, you need to have a solid understanding of the market demand, the licensing options, and the pricing strategies, as well as a focus on quality, originality, and professionalism.